Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Lily Ho. I'm a Chinese regulatory specialist from ChemADVISOR. In this webinar, I would like to introduce a new service to our customers called China Registration Support. This service will help chemical suppliers, especially the U.S. companies, to comply with China REACH requirements when you export your chemical products to China. For those of you who do not know ChemADVISOR yet, we provide EHS products and services to our customers. Our goal is to be an indispensable source of EHST information to our customers and business partners. We regularly track chemical regulations in over 100 countries. We analyze the information and provide advice to our customers to help them comply with regulations around the world. We develop and maintain software and databases. For example, our Lolly database contains over 4,000 regulatory lists, so our customers can use it to analyze regulatory compliance status for their products. Our hazard communication specialist can also accept data sheets and labels for your entire product inventory, and they can be provided in different languages. The last but not the least, we support global chemical regulatory compliance. We can conduct product registration on your behalf to help you achieve global registration compliance. New chemical registration under China REACH is what we are going to introduce in this webinar. What is China REACH? China REACH refers to measures on environmental management of new chemical substances issued under Order Number 7 of the Ministry of Environmental Protection. It came into force on October 15, 2010. You might be familiar with EU-REACH, but keep in mind, China REACH has different scope, different testing requirements, and different document requirements than the EU-REACH. All registration documents should be sent to the Chemical Registration Center of the MEP. There are 2 chemical registration centers in China, so make sure you are not notifying to the wrong authority. How to determine if China REACH applies to you? Firstly, China REACH applies to any importer or manufacturer of a new chemical substance. You do not notify for a product or mixture. Notify only for the new substance in your product. So the first step is to find out whether you have a new substance in your product. The MEP maintains an inventory of existing chemical substances called IECSC. Any substance that is not listed on the IECSC is a new chemical substance and must be notified to the MEP before they can be imported or manufactured in China. IECSC 2013 was published in January this year, contains about 45,000 chemical substances totally. This is not a very large number considering the task inventory contains about 80,000 chemical substances. So there is a good chance that existing chemical in the US might be a new chemical substance in China. If your product falls into one of the special categories, such as cosmetics, food additives, pharmaceuticals, and pesticides, you do not need to comply with China REACH, because there are other laws and regulations regulating the finished products in China. However, if your new substance is a raw material used to produce these products mentioned on the slide, it is still covered by China REACH. You still need to notify for them. How about articles and polymers? The definition of an article under China REACH is basically the same as the definition of article in the task regulations. Articles are exempted from China REACH, but not if the article releases new substances during normal use, such as printer cartridges, sanded product. You must notify for them. For polymers, UREACH requires the registration of monomers instead of the polymer. However, under China REACH, a polymer is treated as a substance. If a polymer is not listed on IECSC, it must be notified, even if all monomers are listed. Polymers might be notified under special categories with reduced document requirements. If you do not comply with China REACH, you might be subject to financial penalties of 10,000 to 30,000 Chinese yuan, and your registration certificate might be revoked. Before you export your chemical products into China, there are several important questions you need to ask about your situation. The first one and the most important one is, do you have a new chemical substance in China? You may search the public version of IECSC 2013 first, but IECSC contains over 9,000 chemicals without case number and 3,000 chemicals listed in the confidential part of the inventory. Only the Chinese government have access to chemicals listed in the confidential part. If you only search the public version of IECSC, you might end up notifying for existing chemical substance. To avoid wasting your time and resources notifying for existing chemical substance, ChemADVISOR can help you conduct a two-step inventory search to help you determine with confidence whether you have a new chemical substance. The first step is to search the public version of the IECSC. If your substance is listed on the Chinese inventory, we will let you know that no notification is necessary on the China REACH. If your substance is not listed on the Chinese inventory, we will prepare and submit a formal search inquiry to CRC-MEP to check whether your substance is listed in the confidential part of the inventory. The second important question to ask yourself is whether you have a facility in China. China REACH only allows Chinese registered entity to notify. You may use your Chinese facility, your Chinese importer, or a Chinese agent to notify. However, only when you use your Chinese facility or a Chinese agent to notify, the foreign company will be listed on the registration certificate as a notifier and authorized to export the chemical substance through any Chinese importers into China. ChemADVISOR can notify the new chemical substance for your company. We will analyze your situation and choose the best notification type for your product. There are 3 notification types: scientific research record for chemicals with an annual volume of less than 0.1 ton per year and used for scientific research purpose only; simplified notification for low volume of less than 1 ton per year and several special conditions; regular notification for all other notifications. Regular notification has much more data and testing requirements than other notification types. So choosing the best notification type will make the process faster and cost less. After you receive your registration certificate, we will help you fulfill post-notification obligations, including annual reporting, first activity reporting, and each activity reporting to CRC-MEP. The third question to ask about your situation is, can you communicate in the Chinese language? New chemical substance notification forms are published by the MEP in Chinese only. Notification dossier must be prepared in Chinese, including China GHS safety data sheets and label, test reports, and risk assessment reports. The person who is assigned to notify a new chemical substance on the China REACH should be able to read and write Chinese at a very high level. ChemADVISOR has an in-house translation library, have staff like myself who are native Chinese speakers, have vetted translation agencies. We can provide expert support to our customers. If you have any questions or concerns during the notification process, we will communicate with the Chinese authorities to address your question and concerns in a timely manner. Another important question is whether you have the required testing information. For testing requirement, we know EU REACH accepts overseas testing reports. However, on the China REACH, ecotoxicological testing must be conducted in China. In addition, these tests must be conducted in an MEP-approved laboratory in China. ChemADVISOR can provide testing assistance to facilitate the required ecotoxicity tests for new chemical substance notification. We will choose the most competitive lab from one of the 10 Chinese labs approved by the MEP. We will communicate with the testing lab to make the testing plan, to determine which tests may be waived, which tests must be conducted, and in what order they should be carried out. We will follow the test process closely in accordance with the testing plan and analyze the test results to determine the best strategy for your notification. To learn more about China REACH and other Chinese chemical regulations, please join us on July 31st, 2013. We are offering a training course in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on China chemical control regulations. The course will cover 3 major chemical regulations in China, including China REACH, Decree number 591, and China GHS. If you are interested, we can provide the course on-site at your facility on your choosing date. We can also perform compliance audit of your products and your action plans to evaluate your compliance with Chinese chemical regulations. This is our contact information. If you need more information, please feel free to contact us. Thank you for your time.